Welcome back to the Castlevania Ravenloft RPG. The last time we left our adventures, they had traveled to the village of Barovia and had talked with Ismark, who learned about Alexandra being kind of a sister to him because she's Lisa's sister. And afterwards, in between this recording and the last one, Alexandra asked how the letter was delivered, and he mentioned it was by a well-trained raven. It was tied around his leg. So she's got a little bit more insight about who that might have been that delivered to Ismark the letter. And then everybody went to Bildrath's to purchase some stuff in between games, and they got some holy water after Alexandra had rolled a natural 20 to haggle with him and got a great discount. So that's where we are now. What do you guys want to do now?
Fire.
Uh-oh.
What?
Fire.
No, never mind. I was being facetious.
All right. Well, let's not burn down any more of this village. That's where you found when you guys first found it. It was on fire.
We could try to deal with the rat house.
If I'm not mistaken, the rat house came to be because you entered a random house and Mike rolled, and it happened to have mice in it, correct?
They weren't mice.
They were swarms of rats.
Yeah.
Swarms of rats. But, I mean, it could be any house and may not have had any significance. It just happened to have a bunch of rats in it.
Well, that's metagaming. I'm sure they can go back to the exact same house and it will still be filled with rats.
Well, we could be doing his market service by, doing pest control for him and a nice warm-up before taking on a ridiculously powerful vampire.
Taking on a powerful vampire? I don't know about you, Elias, but I have no intention of coming across Strahd unless we absolutely have to.
I was definitely not talking in character, but
Never mind that.
yeah. Hopefully we don't even see Strahd.
So, to fight rats or not?
I could go either way on that.
I'd rather not.
Some PTSD.
Yeah.
Okay, so one neutral, one no. How's everyone else feel about that?
I'd rather not have to take on swarms again, but last time we tried to take on a swarm, Jeeves wound up in a well.
And got a shiny, well, not so shiny, silver sword.
Jack, would you like to do this?
Jack.
Well, I'm sure Jack will catch up with us. Oh, it looks like Mark connected to Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah.
All good.
I'm gonna kill something.
Logan, you okay?
Just difficulties, technical.
I understand, man. It's all good.
So you were a yes vote for the Rat House, Logan?
For at least taking a look and seeing if we can deal with it.
All right.
There's Jeeves.
So, are you guys headed to the house or not?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I guess so. I think we're slightly in favor of doing that.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me see if I can find that old house. I've been looking for it ever since you guys started talking about it. There it is. Found it. All right. Well, Alexandra and Jeeves know right where it's at. And let me just place you on the map with your brand new tokens.
They came out so pretty. Thank you.
Of course. Big thanks to Yugo for those.
Yep. Our token's loaded. Where the hell's the map? Oh, there it is.
Hmm.
All right. The door is slammed and shut just the way Jeeves left it.
So, plans? Because I don't want to die to rats.
Yeah, I'm staying at the back.
Well, someone had to open the door.
Mage hand, open the door.
All right. You open the door. Alexandra, are you going to stand right in front of it like that?
Nope.
Okay. When the DM asks a question for no freaking reason, it's usually for a reason. The door creaks open. There's no light on the inside of this abandoned building. Inside, from where you're standing, you can see an old mattress. It looks like it's lost most of its stuffing. The smell of decay, rot, and refuse wafts out of the village house. Good night.
Anyone want to throw a torch inside, see if we can scare some of the rats out and take them on one by one?
There might be a few more than one by one.
Better than rushing in blindly as we did before.
She calls for a quarter.
All right. throw some fire in there.
Okay, so you're throwing fire. You're throwing a torch?
I think so. I'm sure I have some. Is there anything nearby I can just makeshift a torch?
You had a torch in your
Yeah.
backpack or adventurer's gear, whatever you chose.
I have 3 myself.
Oh, there we go. Alright, yeah, plenty of torches.
Where are you throwing the torch at?
Through the door.
Okay. So just on the floor, not next to the mattress.
Toward the mattress. Yeah, toward the mattress.
All right. The last time you saw that mattress, it had a swarm of rats pouring out of it at you.
Yep.
So, you think that it looks quite flammable. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Into the building, Mr. Jeeves throws a torch overhand, and the lit torch lands to the edge of the mattress, instantly lighting it on flames. It goes up extremely quickly. It's then that the eruption of squeaks and squeals just burst out as a swarm of rats just scatters in all directions. Go ahead and roll a d6. All right. All right. Yeah, the fire has, it looks like it may get out of control. That mattress is right next to some walls that are old and dingy. And you can see the flames for the mattress start licking up the interior walls.
Anyone have a bucket of water? I'll take that as a no. Is there a well nearby?
Yeah, not on hand.
Is there a what nearby?
A
Well,
A well. There was a well in front of Bildrath's, but you guys are on the outskirts of the village at this point. So it would take a lot of time to get to the well and draw up water and bring it back. Look, he heard me talking about rats. I guess he wanted in on the game. It looks like the swarm of rats have found the nearest open escape, and they're now charging out the door.
alright, here they come.
Let's see how much they move.
Well, if the fire's getting out of control, we're going to lose the building, but at least the rats will be dead.
Yeah, not before they begin chomping all over Jack. Jack, you are engulfed by a swarm of rats.
Quick, close
Okay.
the door.
Initiative.
He's so nonchalant about it. He's like, okay.
They actually occupy your space. I'm going to put them... Well, I'm going to put them like this, but they are technically in your space. Let's see.
We haven't rolled for initiative yet.
Yeah, everybody roll for initiative. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
All right, there we go. So the rats begin to try to bite Jack, but they aren't successful. They're swarming all over you, but you're kind of stepping out of them and kicking them and brushing them off as they're trying to run up your legs. All right, so Alex, you'll go next.
Okay. Do we have them loaded into the combat tracker, or are we just...
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. You know what? I kind of want to make this a little ironic and use the rat dagger to dispatch with the rats, but I think I'm just going to go with the whip because I know that's what I'm good with.
Okay. Yeah, you slash into the rats. You hit
I
Jack.
hit Jack instead. My bad. Stupid token overlapping. Can we fix that, please?
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
Here, I'll move them over a little bit. Just to understand they're in his space.
And second attack.
A natural hit,
Wow.
20. That's a critical hit.
Oh, Lord.
Did that damage not apply?
No, it didn't seem to.
Oh, there we go. It's lagging. Okay, shit.
All right. With a flurry of quick slaps back and forth with her whip, she's managed to beat away all of the swarm of rats, and most of them are dead. The few remaining scurry off into the rest of the village. And you can see the fire is definitely catching the walls now on the inside. You have some time left with your round if you'd like to do anything, Alexandra.
No, I think I'll stay right where I am. I was hoping not to lose this building, but
We could try to put out the fire.
we have no water.
We don't need water. We can use our clothes or any sheets or anything to smother it.
It's going up the walls. You're more than welcome to go play firefighter, but I'm not rushing in there.
All right. As you guys are talking, Jack, did you want to take an action?
Is the swarm still on me, or did it die?
She routed them. She killed a whole bunch of them with a few quick cracks of her whip.
All right. Is there any other swarm coming out?
Not at this moment. Jack, you can see dark smoke starting to rise to the ceiling.
Cheap meal if you're doing it.
Someone
Very
warn
much awake.
Ismark that we're going to lose this house.
There's not a whole lot I can do. Close the door, maybe start a fire line.
All right, so Jack closes the door and looks at everybody else, I guess, to line up. Mr. Jeeves, what do you want to do?
Break out the marshmallows.
All right. Elias.
Elias looks very conflicted. He wants to stop the fire, but he doesn't want to go in by himself, of course, since he's, scared of fire. He's thinking about facing his fears and going in there alone and trying to put it out, but he also doesn't think that would be successful. So he's just
Elias,
shaking
if
his
you're
head.
going to go in, I will go in with you. I just don't know what we can do.
As will I. But I don't know what good we will do, as Jack said.
So Mike, at this point, is the fire containable with like sheets and blankets and clothes and whatnot?
Do you have sheets and blankets and clothes to use, like your bed rolls and?
Yeah, I've got a bedroll and acid.
Bedroll.
Yep.
You can attempt it.
All right, Elias is gonna run in and attempt it. He's gonna swallow his fear and give it a shot.
All right.
All right.
Elias busts open the door. The flames look pretty much like you last seen them. Round hasn't passed yet, which is only 6 seconds. This is. I'm gonna take some of your vocal exposition and just shove it away. But go ahead with a disadvantage because of your fear of fire. Use your bedroll and just start beating the mattress. I guess is what you're trying to do. You're just trying to beat the fire out.
Yeah,
Actually-
I'm trying to cut off the supply of oxygen to the fire so it will continue.
How big is the fire?
It's about at this point it encompasses the whole mattress, which is right next to 2 walls. So I'm gonna say a little bit more than it's about 8 feet.
So what do you want me to roll?
Well, is Logan in there helping?
Alex.
I am.
And
Jack.
Alex and Jack are.
I guess we'll go in.
Okay, so everybody runs in. Is everyone sacrificing their bedrolls to beat this fire to death?
Looks like it.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Unless a shrunken head will work.
Only 2 of you can get in at that side. You'll have to go around to get to the other side.
Well, actually, when I make my shield, how big is that?
I believe it just protects yourself.
It does just protect me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like literally a shield. Why do you ask? What are you thinking? I like creative stuff.
If I have any sort of fine control, it would just go over it like Mrs.
Incredible.
Miss Fantastic.
Oh, from Fantastic Four. No, it's not a shield that works like that. It's a protective ward that shields your person.
So I could do it on myself and then throw myself on the bedroll.
You can throw yourself on the burning bed.
Yeah.
But then we'll be smothering you as well.
Other than that, I got nothing. I guess grab the bedroll and beat it out.
Okay. Elias, make a roll with advantage. I'm going to say that your disadvantage was neutralized by Jack, and then with the other 2 helping out. Actually, no, you won't get an advantage, but Alexandra and Mr. Jeeves will. So, Elias, you roll a... Let's see. Is there any skills that pertain to this that I'm not thinking
I would
of?
think survival at this point.
Athletics?
No, I think it's just going to be...
Survival, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Survival's more for a nature type thing. I don't think that fits. I'm just going to go with...
Sleight of hand?
It says avoid natural
It
hazards.
says avoid other natural hazards, yeah, so.
A natural hazard that we caused.
Yeah, I don't think this was avoided at all. I'm just going to say a raw... would this land under more dexterity, wisdom, or strength? Let's see. When you're trying to beat out a fire, is that removing the oxygen from the equation?
It's probably dexterity.
That would be dexterity because it's something physical that you're doing without like using all of your strength.
All
It's
right.
more
I'll go for that.
positioning.
So Elias, just
If
add
it's
your
dexterity, it shouldn't be Elias because his dexterity is probably the lowest.
That's a fine. It's just a natural, unmodified 20 for you.
Okay.
Let me think of. Hold on, before you roll this, let me think of a good
I
dice
already threw it.
check. Okay, that's a failure. All right, Alexandra, with the assistance of Mr. Jeeves, they, well,
Also,
Mr. Jeeves,
dexterity.
you're assisting her, so you
Okay.
don't get your own roll. But she rolled a natural 20, so that's automatic success.
Wham.
That's her second automatic success tonight, and she's only made 2 rolls. So I'm gonna say that you get the fire under control. Everybody beats the fire down, and it's then that you hear more squeaking and squealing somewhere in the house.
We succeeded. Let's back out a little.
Thank goodness we saved the house, at least.
You've already used all your movement and actions. But you see from other parts of the house, it looks like rats are swarming to get out. They have sensed the fire. And they will be moving through Elias's general area. So they may bite Elias a little bit here. We'll see. They're not completely swarming you, Elias, so at least there's that.
Yeah, I would think at this point they'd be more terrified than anything else.
Yeah, they mostly just run right past you, Elias, and begin swarming outside. The other rats, they couldn't make it quite that far yet.
I don't get an attack of opportunity on them?
Oh, as they move out? Yeah, you do, actually. Why are they not showing up? Hold on. Oh. There. It's because I
Okay.
had them in the hidden area, I guess. If I move them outside, yeah, they just totally disappear.
Alright, so I'm going to swing my longsword at him.
It's a hit. There's a lot of them, so it's easy to hit. All right.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, you
Max.
exterminate quite a few of those. It didn't look like it was enough to really completely neutralize them or anything. I mean, there's still a good bit of swarm left. Alexandra, you'll go after.
Alex.
Well, I don't get an attack of opportunity, so... But I suppose I can follow some of them and try to get rid of some of the rest.
Sure.
I imagine she'll finish him off.
Maybe.
It is a hit.
And second attack.
That's another hit. All right. Actually, Alex just completely decimates the entire swarm of rats with her multi-tailed whip. So good job. Another one down. All right. You can position yourself a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
Jack, it's your turn.
I'm going to stay right where I am.
Oh, you don't want to stand right in front of the door?
No, I'm good. Had my fair share of swarms of rats all over me once before. I'm not eager to get into it again.
Yeah, Jack, you hear him to the east. That it sounds like you can't really see him from where you're at, but you can hear a scurry of a swarm of rats.
And they're coming.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be coming somewhere generally this direction. You would think to try to get outside the house since they sensed the fire and smelled the smoke. But without that threat, you don't know how they'll respond. All right, so you're going to use Eldritch Blast, huh? All right, that's definitely a hit. And so is the second.
Ignore that last one.
All right. So how much damage do you do total? I'm not sure what I was supposed to ignore.
All told, 7 plus 6.
13.
All right, yeah. Let's get it right. All right, so Jack Eldritch Blast into the swarm of rats that are piling into the room from some other room in a doorway.
Are they still coming?
Yeah. Looks like about half of them's left.
Black lightning.
Screw this. Hang on, burning sorcery. Meaning... Son of a bitch. There we are.
That's a hit.
Looks
Oh, it's a save. They successfully saved.
like
Then that misses.
Oh. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No worries. That's why I normally use Eldritch Blast anymore.
All right. Well, Mr. Jeeves, you'll be next.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna take a shot.
All right, you're going to try to skewer a few of them, huh?
Yeah.
Jack, you might want to step back.
A natural 20?
Never mind.
Man, you guys used all this on the rats.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of upset about that.
All right, rolling 20s all over the place tonight.
Alright, sorry. Okay. Natural 20. Shame it's not sneak attack as well. But not
Yeah.
complaining.
you really don't need it. They're almost dead.
Huh. Well, it's hard to hit rats with those. You do manage to skewer a few of them, but not all of them. There's still a few left.
Keep up them.
Yeah. They look like much less of a threat this time now. But their numbers have been severely reduced as Mr. Chief skewers several of them with one arrow.
Do I think they're still running for the door?
They're so scattered now, it's kind of hard to tell what they're doing. You can roll a wisdom check if you'd like.
Alright. Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah, I don't know.
survival would have worked too, but it's such a low
Oh,
roll.
survival?
It doesn't matter. You rolled a 4.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move there.
Okay. Elias, you'll be up.
Yes, Elias will move further in to try to head off the rats, and he's going to poke at them one by one with the Longinus spear before he even thinks about how ridiculous it is that he's using such a, legendary weapon. But that's what he does, because, it's in the heat of the moment. So,
Just want that rat life. Man, a 19.
jeez.
Golly, you guys are on fire tonight. Almost literally, but yeah, that's a hit, of course.
Hey, Alex is used to that.
You do pierce them, and well, for some reason, why does it not say they're dead? That's weird.
Should be dead by now.
Yeah, they're definitely dead. Huh, that's weird. No, they're not. They're not dead, actually. They partially resisted that because piercing is not great against those rats. So, you got 2 of them, but the swarm is still technically still there.
Okay, so
Alright.
they took Jack's 13. They took Jeeves's 13, and they took my 7.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was piercing as well.
Yeah, and just to show, like, it took all 3 of you just to not even kill it, but Alexandra knocked 2 swarms out with 1 attack.
Yeah.
Slashing damage.
Yeah, she's doing amazing. So these also remember, these rats were a hell of a force to be reckoned with in your earlier levels.
Right.
So
Yeah, I was just trying to get the temporary HP with the spear. I figured I could finish them off. But, yeah.
oh, amazingly, they're still there, and it's their move
Bastards
now.
chewed the ever-living shit out of my ankles.
Um,
Now it's payback time.
Well, we got them boxed in now.
yeah, I'm gonna say odds are Elias, and it's Elias. All right, they attempt to bite you as they retaliate to this threat, and automatically miss. Okay, so you guys are rolling 19s and 20s all night, and I'm rolling 1s. I'm gonna say, well, first of all, they moved. Well, technically, they're in Elias's space, so Elias make an attack of opportunity against him due to their poor coordination as panicked rats.
Yeah, poor rats.
It's a hit.
All right.
All right, now that's enough, and you can get the temporary hit points for that as well.
All right.
So, how does that work again?
2d6, then I roll into the chat window.
All right. You still have 1.
Bare minimum.
What was the 1 for that you currently have? Has that expired by now?
That was when we fought the wolves on the way to the village.
Yeah.
Oh crap, dude! I had a notepad of stuff I was supposed to do, and all my notes just disappeared.
Oops.
I don't know where they went, but I was supposed to look up how long temporary hit points last.
In my notes, that you used one of my pages.
I'd imagine until they get burnt up or arrest.
Yeah, there's.
The rest of
Thank you,
so,
wife. Yeah, passive perception for were-ravens, temporary hit points, and at least I changed their icons. All right, so anyways, I'm just gonna say until a short rest. Or no, that doesn't make sense. Let me just look it up now.
Okay. When you have temporary hit points and take damage, the temporary hit points are lost first, and any left over damage carries over to your normal hit points.
Yeah, but how long do they last naturally?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Unless a feature that grants you temporary hit points as a duration, they last until they're depleted or you finish a long rest.
Okay. Thank you.
long rest. Okay.
All right.
According
now we know.
to
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So, a total of 4 for you.
Yep.
So yeah, long rest or burn them up.
All right. It looks like, as far as you can tell, any rats that were alarmed by the fire, they all swarmed out and died.
Alrighty. Is this door locked in front of us?
No, the rats just poured through it. It's open.
Oh, okay. Is there anything shiny?
No. No, there's nothing good here. This place is disgusting. You see bones of various creatures here. Some of them may even be human if you were to be brave enough to rummage around in all this filth.
So, about that fire.
Yeah, you do hear squeaking and stuff in the walls too. But as far as swarms of rats, you don't see any.
So we're looking through the house and we don't see anything of use.
You can roll search checks. Let's see.
Perception?
Perception or investigation?
Perception. All right.
Oh dear.
Let's see. What are our results here? Highest is a 14.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, did you want to assist in the search?
Let's say yes, he does.
I don't think we're going to find a chain shirt hiding in this house. So, yeah. That's all I was looking for.
Well, while we're here and did the work, I may as well look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Logan?
Okay. Nothing from Logan. Let's see. Who had the highest search?
I did.
April.
Miss Alexandra had a 14. Alexandra, you find a switch. And when you see it, your blood runs cold. And you have tough memories about this switch. This switch was used by Mr. Jeeves when you were young to discipline you.
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
You're absolutely
One
sure it's the
more.
same switch because he made you go pick one, and this is the one that you got.
One more reason to be angry with him.
As if you didn't have enough.
She will pick up the switch and throw it into the far room
All right.
with a glare.
Children often remember the punishments, but not the reasons they were punished.
Elias hears the something being thrown and landing somewhere and asks, "What was that?"
Just a bad memory, Elias, that's all. And with that, she steps out.
All right. That'd be the only thing that was found of note in the house.
Okay. I guess we'll step out then.
All right. You can close that.
Now, gentlemen.
Mr. Jeeves, you noticed that Alexandra was glaring at you before she left.
Mm-hmm. I just smile briefly back.
Do we have any further business in the village of Barovia?
Not that I can recall.
Elias folds his arms and stares at the ground for a moment. And
Shall we away to our purpose?
yes, that weighs heavily on my heart right now. I'm afraid it may be time.
We can only hope that Strahd isn't in a mood to toy with us.
On the first sign of significant trouble, we should head back and try again later. And we certainly do need to purify the other sites before we take him on proper.
I agree. But we do have reason to go to the castle right now.
Indeed. Is everyone good to go? Do we need a rest?
I'm good. I know
Shall
Logan
we-
burnt up some sorcery points, but he might be okay.
Give me half.
Shall we? Sorry, go ahead.
Give me just half a moment. If we take a half-hour rest, I'll be fine.
Do I need to apply a short rest?
Yeah. After that, I've got a luck point and a second level spell, but I should be okay.
Okay. All right, you guys take a short rest. I'll assume either at the tavern, Blood of the Vine, or at Ismark's. And then you are ready to set out. Are you guys heading off to the castle now?
Gentlemen, do we have reason to stop and check in with Madame Ava before we continue on to the castle?
Unless she has new information for us, I don't think so.
Did we decide anything about the bones as well?
It would be quite helpful if we had any indication of where in the castle we could start to look for the bones. We don't really have any idea.
Bones are kept in a tomb, prisoners in a dungeon.
If it's obvious from the outside how to approach that, then yeah, I would agree.
Failing that, actually, no. No, you can have that half piece there. Failing that, I suppose we could... Well, no, Strahd considered the dragon a worthy foe, right?
Yeah,
Meaning it might be in the throne room.
I hope not. Jack, have you had opportunity or to fly over the castle and get a general idea of how it's laid out? Would that
Not
be
as
dangerous?
yet. Only as dangerous as changing forms.
Well, I'll leave that up to you. We may not find it necessary. It just depends on how everything is laid out.
Also, I'd be more hesitant to, considering that we know the Order of the Feather and they know very little about Strahd's castle. We can't be the first ones to consider it.
Right, and I don't know the specifics, but I think I might have caught wind that your transformations take some kind of toll on you, do they not?
With every transformation, it becomes harder to change back.
Then I would not have you do it for no reason.
I think we should assume that no matter what path we take, Strahd knows we're coming.
Without question.
Putting it that way makes it seem like all the more worse idea to even try.
We must do something. We can't just sit around here and wonder what if.
We're not. We're going to walk in, we're going to try and be careful, and potentially die.
As our plan has been many times before, and we have survived.
We weren't walking into Strahd's home then.
Very true. He does seem to get out quite a lot, so maybe he's not home.
Well, Alex is going to start making her way towards the edge of the village while we're just standing around chit-chatting about it.
Oh, I think
Oh,
we're
we'll
on.
follow. We're on our way, just...
It's worth talking about.
I half expect him to meet us at the gate.
Don't throw dice, Mike. I see that.
Yeah, I know. We all know he's rolling for encounters and shit, so... We're on to you by this point, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can go ahead and travel us with the marker.
Hit the traveling music, boss.
I think we're having music problems tonight, but we can use our imaginations. So
I was meaning serious music. Go on.
Well, I normally do have traveling music. All right. When you get to the river, you find a corpse.
Fresh.
Let me see here.
Do we know said corpse?
It's not of a person. It's of a wolf. Looks like it was killed by crossbow bolts. This is close to where you guys encountered the wolves last time.
Right, I was just thinking that.
Somebody was hunting here recently.
All right, onward.
Yes.
Okay. When you guys get to the Sear Falls, you see the river at the base of the canyon there, and the bridge, which you've traversed several times now. Everyone, roll a perception check.
Where's that deer?
Ooh, 25 for Mr. Jeeves. Mr. Jeeves, you have found something on the ground.
Is it shiny?
It is a spinning top. It's carved with 4 faces. So
I'll pick it up.
The 4 faces on the spinning top are sad, happy, wrathful, and dead.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. You just put the faces, the top of faces in your inventory.
Oh God, it's the desk of many things.
No.
I can spin it. You want me to spin it?
Yes, Jeeves, you spin it.
Alright, I'm gonna spin it.
Roll a d4. You rolled a 1. All right. Let's see.
Alex is going to stand very far away.
Quite the child on the inside, isn't he, Mr. Jeeves?
Oh, yes.
The face that lands is a happy face pointing up.
Oh. Alright.
Is that a sign of good fortune for us, Mr. Jeeves?
Apparently so. I'll put it in my pocket now.
Okay. All right, onward you go. And you see those gates not too far from you here. Even here in the mountains, the forest and fog are inescapable. But this is where it splits into 2. And you can now begin your trek to Castle Ravenloft. All right, after winding through the forest and craggy mountains on the peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east. The startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers before you. You can see that there are twin turrets of stone broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 30-foot wide fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths. A lower drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind as the rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. And from atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you from their hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. A rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel. Beyond this location, the main doors of Ravenloft stand open. A rich, warm light spills out from within, flooding the courtyard. Torches flutter sadly on the sconces in both sides of the open doors ahead. But you have to cross first the drawbridge to get to that side. And I would like everyone to roll a perception check. Mr. Jeeves.
Man,
Very
your
good.
whippersnappers can't see anything. Except
And
for
Elias. Elias and Mr. Jeeves, you've spotted something in the cliffside. Good job.
Look, avast. In the cliffside, there is something.
You notice something so odd in the cliff face that you have to blink a few times to comprehend what you're seeing. I have an image for this. Hold on. Dozens of human-shaped holes run deep into the mountain. They are the size of people in neutral poses. The dark silhouettes
Whoa.
have their arms slightly raised away from their waist and legs spread shoulder-width apart. The shape of these holes look consistent and goes farther beyond from what you can see.
Wow.
Elias will explain what he sees to the rest of the party in bewilderment as he continues to stare while he talks.
Yeah, you'll have to cross the drawbridge and go to that spot on the mountain to
The bridge.
investigate further if you'd like to.
What could that mean?
Golems. Constructs.
Perhaps.
It looks like part of the mountain had shifted, like some of the rock had sheared and fallen away, exposing these holes.
Yeah, I see that now. I don't know what to make of it yet, but we should move on for now.
I agree.
So you're moving across the drawbridge.
That's the only direction we can go right now, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you want to go across?
Carefully.
Yes, carefully. And Elias doesn't mind taking the lead as he crosses.
Okay. Huh. Thought you guys were... I guess it removes you from the other party chat. I mean, not party chat. I'm talking to myself here. The weather seems to worsen. Dismal rain starts to fall.
So atmospheric.
Lightning routinely begins to light the sky. Let me give you a picture of what you're looking at here. Of course, this doesn't quite show the part of the mountain that I just revealed to you, but that is Castle Ravenloft up close. But you make it across the drawbridge, enough to get to this point here, and you can investigate that piece of the mountain now or continue on.
I think we should investigate it since we did notice it.
Okay. Are you going alone or anyone else going with you?
I'll go with him.
I'll go with him.
Yep. All
Okay.
done.
I think
So-
we're all going.
You all make it over to the spot where Elias and Mr. Jeeves pointed out the odd holes, and I'd like everyone to make a perception check.
Yeesh.
Alexandra. Very good. Elias as well. And Jack too.
What was that you were saying about whippersnappers? Old men?
Yeah, wear out pretty quick.
Well, when each of you, except for Mr. Jeeves, spot it, you feel without a doubt you are looking at a perfect silhouette to match your own. The proportions are mirrored exactly as if it was made for you. There's no sign of a tool use to make these holes. They don't look chiseled.
Back away.
I agree.
First my head, and now this.
First Jeeves' body, then your head, and now this.
True.
Up closer, you can see a little bit better.
Do we recognize any other silhouettes of other people that we know?
You might see one that kind of looks like the general shape of Jeeves, if you want to point that out to him.
Oh yes, but no other people that we've met in Barovia.
They're kind of too vague to really see. They just look like vague human shapes, except for the ones that you've spotted. For some reason, you feel like it's like it was made for you.
Mm.
Be right back. We'll be right back.
Let's see.
This does not bode well, gentlemen.
Nothing really surprises me anymore in Barovia.
It looks like the holes are extremely deep.
So do we want to try and go in?
You mean put ourselves in our own holes?
I say Jeeves tries it first.
Of course. Elias will cast his light spell, as he usually does, shield and all, and shine it into the hole nearest him and see if he can tell anything about it.
Okay. The hole nearest to you isn't your hole. You can see yours up a ways. But when you peer into this one, it looks like it contains it's just the same shape, just extruded down farther and farther as far as your light can see. It looks like someone would have to take off most, if not all, of their gear to actually stand in one of these. There's no room for boots or buckles or anything.
So it's the silhouette of our basically naked form.
Pretty much.
Hey, I gotta go take care of something, so I'll be back in a bit, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
This seems like a bad idea and we should leave it.
I agree.
If for some reason we do need to investigate and look into these things, it would probably be best if Jack were to transform and fit inside one of them and fly through it. But I don't know where it would lead, if it would lead anywhere. It seems almost infinite from what I can tell, how far it goes.
Makes you so sure the moment he transforms that the rock face won't transform to fit him.
I don't know, dear lady. It's hard to tell anything about this. It's certainly not natural.
Then we should leave it and move on.
What do you think, Jack?
Away, away we go.
And away we go then.
All right. This one might take a while to load. These maps are pretty big. I'll find a way to preload those next time, I think.
That's fine.
Oh, I just crashed it.
Are you sure? The things look okay.
Oh, it's crashing. I'm hitting wait for program to respond in hopes that it'll make it. I think it didn't crash. Oh,
Oh, I lost the image.
Mine's loading still, so my compass loaded. Now I'm just waiting for the map itself.
all right. Good job, Fantasy Grounds. You didn't totally shit on us.
I lost the window for the image, Mike. If you could send it to me again.
Sure, hold on.
Oh yeah, got it.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I have to turn the water off outside.
Why is it going to freeze?
No, we got a leak.
A leak.
Yeah, long story. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
This is really detailed.
Yep.
We're gonna die.
So we're going inside.
Shut up, Jack.
Thick, cold fog swirls in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out from the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
So the only door we see ahead of us is the one with the light inside it, straight ahead.
Yes, that's all you see. It looks like there's towers to your left and right. You can find doors to those as well.
Okay, if we were Dragon Balls, which direction would we be?
If you were what?
Dragon Balls.
Oh. Asking the important questions here.
Remind me, was it the entire skeleton that got taken?
You saw no bones when you were in the tomb. God, I've got it back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Okay, let's I guess it's
How are we going to carry an entire dragon skeleton?
We have a wagon outside if we can carry at least some of it, but we'll have to see what's there.
I would prefer not having to make multiple trips in and out of this place, to be honest.
Yes, I've been thinking about that this whole time. I don't know how it's going to work, but it is a task ahead of us.
onward and downward.
So the towers to the left and to the right, and the entrance in front of us with the light in it. Which shall we try?
Well, unless Strahd were to put him on display, I don't think he'd be in either of the towers.
No.
The towers I mentioned are immediately to your left and right. I've revealed the doors to him there. Yeah.
Yes, let's make things go south.
Each outer gate tower has an iron-bound door with a built-in lock.
Pickable?
You can try.
Acid splash on the lock.
All right. Let's see here. Roll damage for that. Oh, that's actually a lot.
Oh, yikes.
Not so good on picking the lock, though. All right. Your acid eats through the lock. And let me just reveal this here.
Hey, Jeeves, my door's open. How about yours?
I left it to come check yours out. Wow.
You find yourself a flagstone floor with a hollow tower stretching high above. It looks like there's mechanisms in here that may be used for raising and lowering this drawbridge and the portcullis.
Mike, can we see any more north of us?
Yes. It looks like the courtyard stretches a bit further onward. It's a very large area.
Same thing again. Acid splash on the lock down here.
Okay. That lock is mostly... there we go. Okay, so that lock also gives way to your acid and reveals a very similar tower with the same type of mechanisms. You're not sure if both of these have to be activated at the same time to make anything work, or why there's two sets like this.
It's all right. I just didn't want them to be able to be locked later.
Onwards, then.
Indeed.
Alrighty.
And I assume the courtyard to the south is pretty much a mirror to the north. Same thing.
As far as you can see, yeah. But you'd have to explore those directions to find out more.
Well, checking the perimeter or heading inside? What do you all say?
I think perimeter first. I don't know. That's just me. I'm gonna look for windows I can spider climb up to.
Above the lighted entryway that's open, there is a broken window up there.
How high? No idea.
Yeah, I can find out real quick. Hold on. Let me just show you. It's, let's see, 50. It's about 60 feet up. It's the circular one there that I just shared.
Oh, nice.
Above the main door.
Okay. I guess I could run up there and check it out.
All right. Last time we did this, you found vampires. Wonder what you'll find now.
The home of vampires. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see where that leads.
Unless anyone objects, of course.
Well, we've come this far. It looks like he's got a barn right above the the main building part there.
A barn?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a barn to me. Yeah,
No, it's not.
I didn't think so, but yeah.
Mr. Jeeves,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like dim light from the courtyard falls onto a great hall as you peer through this broken window. And through that broken glass and iron lattice work of the large window, you see an immense room in a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stand a set of double doors in the east wall. Farther south, a single door also leads from the east wall. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead downward.
Man, I rolled really good.
Yeah, roll a perception check to see if you can see anything else from your vantage point there.
Nope.
Yeah, that's all you can see unless you actually go into the room.
No, I'm gonna stay on the outside.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna regale my descriptions to the group.
Okay. Yeah, you let them know that it seemed to be a great hall, lots of cobwebs, double doors directly across from the window on the other side, and then stairwells that lead downward.
Yeah, it looks deserted, but so it's not.
What's important is that it seemed empty. I say we move
Yeah.
on.
Your pictures later. Come on.
Inwards, gentlemen.
Aye, Jack.
Ladies and psychopaths first.
She rolls her eyes and elbows him. And
Oof.
mission proceeds.
All right, everybody move up to the doors then.
Are they open?
Yes. The ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors.
Yeah, can I check for traps?
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Very good. Overhead in the vaulted entry foyer, you see 4 statues of dragons glaring down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight.
Dragons.
Living or stone?
Hard to say. They look like stone. But hey,
Jack, care to regale us with an arcana check?
I can try.
Oh, natural 20? Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, you do notice that the craftsmanship of these are beyond anything a mortal could achieve. As far as dragons go and everything that you know about dragons, these are anatomically perfect. But they do appear to be solid stone.
Around the base, is there dust, movement, anything to indicate that they've moved anytime recently?
No, it doesn't look like if they can move that they've moved anytime recently.
Well,
No, we're too pressed.
I can try and piss them off and see if they move.
If they haven't responded to our voices so far, I'm sure they've heard us if they were alive.
Or they're waiting for us to walk beneath them.
Right, or they're a trap with a trigger with something on the floor. But
Jeeves already did a check for traps, there's nothing.
Fine, but let it be known, I offered to burn their faces off with acid.
Say no. If you're so inclined, be my guest.
All right, Jeeves moves in, and
Or Jeeves can just walk right in.
Jeeves, standing in the center of the room like that, it feels like all sets of eyes of those stone dragons are focused on you. However, nothing happens. You want to move any farther in than that? You're almost to the center. Okay, as soon as you get about halfway through the room...
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this.
I told you I'd find stuff.
Jack, go right ahead and melt their faces off. Or Jeeves can just walk right the fuck in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
well, I'd rather not deface Strahd's property any more than we have to while we're here.
Yes, let's not deface the tyrant's property, but let's sacrifice our butler to the dragon stones.
Hey, he's not our butler.
The doors in front of you suddenly swing open, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music.
He knows we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Let me reveal the room.
He's probably known for some time.
Well, he's either waiting for us to do something foolish, or he's going to allow us to do what we came here to do, just so he can toy with us later.
Lots of cobwebs.
Yeah, very many.
Whoever's playing is quite the exquisite musicianship, I must say.
Hmm. Can I check for traps in here too?
Would you like to enter the room first, or just at a glance?
At a glance.
Okay, well, cobwebs stretch beneath the columns of that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches on iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatted motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you can hear sad and majestic organ tones.
The
Do I get
architecture
to-
is lovely. It's such a shame that Strahd has let it fall into such disrepair.
Do I get to make their faces?
think he said they were perched on the ceiling.
They're up pretty high. I'm sure Jack can reach them
But yes,
with magic.
if they come down to try to attack us, Jack, by all means, please melt their faces.
They got a range of 60 feet.
Yeah, you think you could reach him if you wanted to.
Did he do his check for traps yet?
He didn't move in.
Yeah, I stayed outside. I could go in the middle and check if you want.
I'll brave the way for you first, so you feel safer going in.
Oh, I don't mind going in, but this room just looks so ominous.
You're the first of many, I'm sure.
Standing still here will accomplish nothing.
True. Can I check for traps here, or do I have to go in further?
You didn't.
Yeah.
Did you roll a perception check earlier?
No.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ah, crap.
That's okay. You didn't see anything in your general vicinity there.
Ooh.
I'm watching the gargoyles.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be on guard.
Yeah, everyone gets a good look at the room. You don't appear to see any obvious traps.
Any signs of life or unlife?
No.
Trick question.
The gargoyles look quite menacing. It's hard to tell if they're alive or not, since gargoyles are naturally stone. But they don't appear to be moving or anything.
Point up at them, just for the record. I think you're all alive.
Yeah, as far
I
as
think you're
traps
going to
go-
wait and make us think otherwise. And I think at a crucial moment, you're going to turn to flesh and attack.
All right, what next, guys?
Just for the record, in case any of you are alive, you're all lovely.
Don't listen to her. You're ugly as sin. She's just trying to be nice and get in your good graces.
Where to, gentlemen?
Dark stairwell to the north, double doors to the east, and music coming from the double doors down to the south. The double doors, I can reveal a little bit more here so you can actually see those doors down the hall a little.
Check the double doors.
Which ones?
Right now, just look at these.
Okay.
What do you all think?
They're bronze doors and they're closed. Did you want to see if it was locked by trying to open them?
Elias,
Yes.
come here and shield me for if something tries to kill me.
All right. I will say that my gut feeling tells me that the bones would likely be further down the stairs. That's just my guess, but I could be wrong.
Well, as Alexander herself brought up, he might have displayed them. So he might in his throne room. There.
Which consequently would be where he is, I'm assuming.
We don't know that. We don't even know if he is home.
I'm assuming he's home. I'm assuming he's watching and paying attention.
Well, someone must be home because you can hear that organ music to the south.
That could be anything. That could be an incantation. It could be any number of things, but
That
Yeah.
could be a ghost.
But yes, Jack, I'm here to shield you.
Try and open the doors.
All right, the doors swing open.
And the deja vus here are horrible.
I guess my soundboard doesn't want to work. Come on, soundboard, help me out here. There we go. Let's see. How far can you guys see with your current lighting? What's everybody using for lighting?
I can still use. I've still got my light spell on my shield.
Are those lanterns on the wall lit? They look illuminated on the map.
Yeah, in this room, yes.
Oh, okay.
But they just opened a door, and I want to know how far they can see with that light. I think it's 60 feet. Is that right?
Alex has a hooded
Yeah.
lantern.
I think it's bright to 30 and dim to 60.
All right.
Yeah. Bright for 30 and dim for an additional 30.
I'm going to say about that far then. This grand hall is choked with dust and stretches into darkness ahead. Webs hang from the arched ceiling like drapes, and life-size statues of knights line the hallway on both sides. Their eyes seemingly watch you.
There's no shortage of things that are ominously watching us, that's for certain.
I would say let's try to disarm the knights like we did in the Death House, but I have a feeling as soon as we touch any of them, they'll come to life and try to attack us.
Yeah.
Disarming them would come in handy, though. Your call, Jack. Where do you think the bones would be kept?
I don't know.
Daddy.
I'm also trying to parse out whether Strahd is the type to keep
Daddy.
prisoners in dungeons, or whether he actually treats them like guests and keeps them in chambers. He seems like the type to make a chamber into a cell.
Well, what we could do is peer into the entrance of the other options we have and then make a decision.
True.
I think I gave the wrong impression on one of those staircases. The staircase to the north goes up, not down.
Ah.
I did say it.
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah, but I think then later someone said that it goes down. But I just wanted to clarify it goes up.
Yeah, I heard down earlier, I thought.
I could have sworn I heard down, but
I heard the one to the north goes up, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I said up when I read the description, and then I think when I gave a recap, I may have said down. But
Okay.
to clarify, it goes up.
Alright.
well, technically speaking, it goes down and up. We're just at the bottom of that down part.
That's exactly what I meant when I said it wrong.
Hmm. Well,
Anyway,
I don't have an opinion either way then, so.
let's walk a little ways forward, then check out the organ music.
All right, you can see from there the extent of the room. It goes on for a bit more before ending in double doors.
Really fond of the double doors, isn't he?
Yes, and of course, statues of things that watch us.
Alexander curtsies politely to each of them,
Every single one of them?
just as a group.
All right.
Every like 10 feet or so.
Well, as you move, you can see that their eyes do indeed follow you.
Ah,
I knew it!
That's right.
shit.
Keep walking.
You did what?
I did a boo boo.
Yeah, I see the boo boo. What'd you do?
I hid the picture frame at this door.
Oh. Damn. All better? Alright. Okay. Now what, guys?
Jack, do you want to try these doors or try somewhere else from the foyer?
Throw the doors open.
As you command, good sir.
Alright.
Crap.
Yeah, how good's my memory? How the character. Oh crap! Yep. So it's all coming back.
Yeah. Dim colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded up windows of a stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, two dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor, jumbled in disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon the stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet.
You know what?
If we walk away slowly, we won't have to ask.
Back to the hallway.
Well, you threw open the doors, so chances are it already knows we're here.
Well, maybe it doesn't.
Well, who's the fastest of us? Who can run in really quick and kick the mace away from it?
Oh,
Or Jeeves can
Jeeves
just
don't.
run right in again.
don't walk in. If he tries to walk by, Jack will stop him. How far away is the mace?
Well, it's at the altar there.
About 30 feet?
It's within mage hand, if that's what you're getting at.
That is exactly what I'm getting at.
Good call, Jack.
Mage hand, just pull it out. Don't touch it, but have the mage hand set it down directly to my left on this side of the door.
Okay, so you're taking the mace, huh? And just moving it close to you guys?
Yes.
The architecture is still so beautiful. It's hard to believe a place like this exists in the castle.
Then you're silly. In case you haven't noticed, there's good and bad everywhere, in everything and in everyone. Nothing is ever so simple as black and white. It's the biggest problem I've ever had with your family.
You're preaching to the choir, Jack, but it still doesn't mean that this isn't out of place amongst all of this.
Just for
This is a
simplicity,
castle built by nobles.
I'm gonna put the mace in Discord instead of on Fantasy Grounds, because I don't have the DM guide module for Fantasy Grounds. But that's what the mace looks like. It's got two
Pretty.
skull-like heads at the end of the mace.
Someone want to pick that up? Not me.
You daring me? I'll pick it up.
Okay, Jeeves, you pick it up.
All right, Jeeves, you picking it up?
Yep.
Oh Lord. I don't like his tone of voice when he said that. This is the dagger in the shadows all over again.
It looks to be like a rare mace that you found. It looks terrifying. Nothing bad happens when you pick it up. You do feel like it may have a spark of magic in it, but to be able to find out more about that, you would have to attune to it.
It's not a finesse. It's not a finesse weapon or anything, is it?
Nope.
I doubt it.
Yeah. So this will probably be better for
Say what?
Elias. Yep.
Let me check
Alright.
something.
It seems okay.
Shall we check on the figure, gentlemen, or shall we move on?
Hang on to that. I can identify it when we've got about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we've probably got about 10 minutes.
Shall
We can
tell-
always check the other rooms we haven't peered into yet. We can leave this alone for now.
Do you want to spend the 10
Indeed.
minutes? Or
I'd like to spend 10 minutes. I mean, nothing's immediate.
Let's head back to somewhere slightly more defensible. And then, yeah, I guess I'll cast Identify as a ritual.
Okay.
all right. Where's the more defensible place that you'd like to go?
I would say the hallway with the dragons.
All right. Well, when everyone gets to the room with gargoyles,
Oh Lord.
let's see here. The gargoyles swoop down and grin at you with their evil faces. The turbulence from the air from their wings extinguishes all of the feeble torches on the sconces, plunging the room into darkness. The only light that you have is that Elias is using, and the hooded lantern that Alexandra had lit. So,
Just for the record, I wanted to melt their faces off first.
I didn't say you couldn't.
I said what I did about the dragons, not the gargoyles.
everyone roll initiative.
Hey.
Crap.
Oh,
Does Elias still win?
Yeah. 1. Excellent.
Oh, go Jack.
I know there's a way I can quickly just reveal everything. Oh, I did it. I found it. That was awesome. Look, I can do that real quick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Is Jack and Elias holding onto each other like Shaggy and Scooby?
Yes.
Okay. Jack, you'll be going first.
And I'll be.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn.
And Elias doesn't have his light going at this point.
Oh, he
I do.
doesn't? Yeah, he did. He cast on his shield, and it lasts for quite a while, doesn't it? Elias?
Okay, so we can still see.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
He just extinguished the candles for dramatic effect.
It lasts for an hour, so we're definitely within that.
It definitely would have made a difference if you guys didn't have your light prepared.
And I can just cast it again because it's a cantrip, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, fine.
Let's see. So Eldritch Blast. You blast at a gargoyle but miss, and then you use it again and hit the second one.
It's all one casting.
Oh, why does it do it
It
twice?
just has 2 beams. It gets a second beam at 6th level,
Okay.
and then
it's the
as
same,
you gain levels, yeah,
it's the same target.
as you gain level, it gets more beams.
Okay.
It's one of the only things in this edition that goes off of character levels. Cantrip development.
Cool. Works for me.
Magic Missile does it too, I believe.
All right. You've wounded one of the gargoyles. Looks like there's plenty more to go, though. Anything else with your turn?
No, I'm good.
All right, Mr. Jeeves.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go for a shot on that one next to Alex because it's within 5 feet. Or it seems to be within 5 feet.
It's up a little farther, but I would say yeah, it'll count.
Yay! Okay, let's see if I can hit it first.
It's a miss.
Ah! I curse in its general direction.
Anything else?
Nah. Draw a move, but nah.
All right, Alexandra, you've got one right next to you.
They are within whip range, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's a hit. Almost a critical. Girl's on fire tonight, tell you.
Max on damage too.
Amazing. It looks like it didn't appreciate the wound, but it's still got plenty left.
Well, I get 2 attacks, so second turn.
Nice critical hit. You are on fire.
And almost maxed damage on that one.
The gargoyle falls down to the ground, and
But it's still not dead?
it's still not dead. It shakes its head and roars at you with its sharp, stony teeth.
We are not going to win this fight.
Sure we will.
That's a lot of HP.
It looks like the one that Alexandra has brought down to the floor is very close to being defeated, however.
We should
50 XP.
God damn it.
We should not let ourselves be surrounded, number one.
No.
We can probably
Keep
escape
on
to
the
the
move.
As a
south.
matter of fact,
Keep
with
him
my
trying to move.
movement, I think I'm moving back a bit into the hallway here.
You'll move out of its...
Well-
Oh, well, no you won't.
I'm not moving out of threatening range. No, I'm just not letting all of them surround me at once.
Yeah.
Okay. The first gargoyle will swoop down at Elias. Let's see. I need to see exactly how these things fight. It's going to attempt to bite and claw at you.
Oh, jeez.
All right. First,
How does
it's
we
going
have
to
to
claw.
slap?
Be careful, Elias.
It hits Elias. It claws you for 7 points. And then it lunges in for a bite as well, but misses.
Okay.
The other gargoyle will swoop down at Elias too. It's going to claw at you. And misses. And then it's going to try and bite you. The bite misses as well. Alright, now the one that Alexandra injured is going to face off against you.
Goody.
It's a hit. The bite digs into your flesh for only 3 points of damage, and then it swipes at you with its claws, and it rakes you for 8 points of damage. The other one also swings by and will attack you. It's going to rake at you with its claws, but it misses, and then it goes in for a bite and misses.
Whew.
All right. Mr. Jeeves, it's your turn to fight the gargoyles here. They attempt to claw you and critically misses.
Wow.
You take your bow and as it's coming in for a claw, you smack it in the face. It falls to the ground and misses its other attack, so it's not going to get 2 attacks against you. All right. However, flying immediately to your side, seeing an opportunity to try to bite at your neck, another gargoyle comes in and sinks its teeth in for 4 damage, and then rakes at you with its claws, but misses. Alright. Jack hasn't had enough action, so gargoyle will swoop in next to Jack.
2 for everybody.
Claw at him and hit.
Kind of expect 8 of them. There's 4 plus.
Yeah.
For 7 damage, it claws into you. And then for the bite's also a hit. And the damage is 6. How's Jack looking? Jack has 13 out of 33. Alright, that's it for that gargoyle, but there's one left, and it's going to swoop in to the north of Jack and attempt to claw and bite at him. The claw misses.
Whew.
But the bite hits for 7. Alright, Jack's definitely feeling the effects of that for now, at least. Elias, it's your turn.
Okay. So Elias is going to use a new spell that no one has seen so far. This is called Spirit Guardians, and he is going to cast. I'll read the description for Mike because there's quite a bit to it. You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you a distance of 15 feet for their duration. If you are good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey. And if you're evil, they are fiendish. When you cast the spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it, which would be my party members, the rest of us. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, so they can only have half their movement for the duration. The creature enters the area for the first time on a turn. Let me read that again. And when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Dang.
And on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage.
And what is this area?
15 feet around Elias.
Okay.
Nice.
So when they start their turn and they're within 15 feet of you.
Yeah. And
That's
it lasts 10 minutes.
That's like all of them.
What's the wisdom save DC though?
It's probably the same as it was last time, which was
Yeah, it's on your
60.
notes.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's this.
All right. It was that one. The casting time's just an action.
It's one action, yes sir.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and do that.
All right. Is that all for your turn?
Let me go ahead and I can probably cast it and I
Why are
have
you-
damage. I have stuff for damage and all that as well.
You made your own saving wisdom throw.
Oh, I see that now. Okay. All right. So I guess I just had to tell you I did that. Then.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that.
You just have to mark that you've used that spell slot.
Right. Okay. And for movement, I can't really go anywhere. So,
It is a concentration spell, so
Yeah,
just note
I
that.
can't. I
Yeah.
can't do anything else. Yeah.
Well, you can do plenty of other stuff. You just can't cast another spell that requires concentration as well.
Right. Right.
And there's some things that might shake you out of it, but I don't think anything will in this battle. All right, if that's the end of your turn.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, the appearance of the spirits, they are angelic. At least they seem to be at first, but on closer inspection, they kind of look more like fairies or spirits, quote unquote. And I was going to explain that in like a background thing at some point, but that's all you really know for now.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Jack, it's your turn. Jack, you have regenerated.
The one next to Alexandra looks almost dead, right?
Yes.
Are there any of them that look unharmed?
Most of them. All of them except for the one in front of her and
Number 3,
one.
number 8.
Yeah, one that's
Number
just
8 is wounded.
next to you, to the north. All right, that's a hit. All right, that takes care of gargoyle number 3. How does it go out?
The first beam from Jack's finger bursts it into pieces.
All right, stone scatters along the floor. That one's no longer.
Fulminos benite!
Does your other beam get to do anything, or is it just on one target?
Yeah.
That's a hit. All right, 6 damage to that one then. It
Bravo,
cringes
Jack.
back a little bit, but it looks like it has plenty of fight left.
Did I heal from the last time they hit me?
Yes, you've regenerated fully.
Okay then. Less worried. Drop sorcery points and
Eldritch Blast to another one. It's a hit. Six points of damage. That one's a miss, though, automatically.
okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, back to back with Elias.
Yep. All right, Mr. Jeeves.
Alright, I'm going to actually attack the one directly north of me.
Okay. You'll have sneak attack.
Yeah, that's the hope. Yay.
That's a hit.
Some motherfucker.
God dang.
Alright.
right.
It's not very good though.
Well, still,
Still nice, but yeah.
Mr. Jeeves takes his rapier and puts it right between the wings into the back of one of the gargoyles. Anything else?
The disengage skill, would that disengage from all three?
Yes.
Would that be beneficial though? Yeah, I'm gonna disengage and actually move over here.
All right. I'm going to put them just a little bit farther apart. Technically, combat-wise, can't really take up the same space.
Oh shit. Lights are flickering here, guys. If I lose power, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's not good. It's late. We would end the night if we lost you.
Well, we're getting a bad storm here. I'm gonna try to stay on as long as I possibly can, but
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
if I suddenly disappear, you know why.
Just hold on.
Well, Alex, it's your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and swing at the one that's closest to me.
Okay.
Number 4.
That's a hit. Good lord, you're rolling great tonight.
Yeah, 18s, 19s, and 20s.
Yeah, 15 points of damage. All right. Everyone hears the crack of her whip on the stone.
And for a second volley.
That's a hit as well.
Oh.
Max damage.
Heavy damage, yes. That one's still flying around a bit, but you've definitely taken a good chunk out of it. Anything else?
Nope, I think I'm good.
All right.
Can
Now it's
I-
time.
Oh, wait, never mind.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if the, seeing one of their friends fall would intimidate the one that's closest to me. No.
You're not sure, but gargoyle number 1 is going to attempt to slash into Elias. And it misses with its claws. It hits with its bite, though.
I'll be right back and plug my phone in just in case.
Okay.
5
Well,
points
should you
of
see
damage.
Should you see what damage it takes first from the Spirit Guardians?
No, I didn't. Okay, so that's 2. What is it again?
3d8 to all of them in range.
So it's got a. I'll just do that for all of them now, I suppose. So your
It's
DC.
technically on their turns, but you can do it now if you want.
They're about to all take their turns, so.
Yeah.
Just checking over your notes page again so I can see what the DC is. 16.
Yeah.
And it's a wisdom save, correct?
Correct.
All right. So I need 7 wisdom saves.
And if they make the save, they
That's a lot of dice.
yeah.
Oh, I rolled 8. The last one doesn't count. Because one's dead. All right, so 16 is what I'm trying to beat. Number 1 and 3 made their saves. Number 3's dead, so number
3's
4.
dead. Yeah.
So number 4 made its save. Is that the way it works? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the third one. Okay, so yeah,
number 4.
1 and 4 made their save, so they're only half damage. So it's 3d8, correct?
Correct. Radiant.
Instead of me rolling it, you roll the 3d8.
Okay. Do you want me to roll it 7 times or?
No,
what?
just roll it once for now, and I'll ask for it again.
All right. Okay. Cool. I'll roll it in the chat window.
course.
Ooh.
All right,
Six.
16, and that's halved. So let me half that. That's 8, and 8 on to number 1. And then
And 4.
go ahead and roll 3 more.
Okay. Mm,
That's full damage, 12. That's half damage of... Hey, hold on there, buddy. That
You
was...
said roll 3 more.
I meant 3 dice.
That's a 3.
Oh.
All right, so for gargoyle number 5, that's full damage.
I'm back.
All right, go ahead and roll the dice again. I don't know how to say it without making you roll a whole bunch. just one more, please.
Okay.
11 points of damage to number 6. And go ahead again.
Okay.
All right, 15 points of damage to number 7. And one final time.
And as they are attacking, these angelic-like fairies are attacking them. They're swarming around the gargoyles and using miniature versions of the elemental style spells that Elias has been using so far. So the Sacred Flame, the Guiding Bolt, as well as an ice-like spell you haven't seen before.
Cool. All right,
Yikes.
13 damage to number 8. All right, every gargoyle winces and recoils from the brilliant lights and the various magical attacks from these angel-like fairy entities.
Yep, it's a lot of damage.
Well, let's see if they can get some revenge, because the one to your west is going to attack you now.
Phone and free power banks are plugged in and charging, just in case.
Wait, was it his go? So it was Elias's turn.
No.
No, the gargoyles like take the damage on the turns. Like
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, son of a bitch. I rolled the damage on my own self.
That's okay.
I already took the 5 that you rolled earlier, by the way.
Well, did you take this 5 I just rolled just now? No, I don't think so.
It's okay, Mike. We wouldn't have even noticed.
Let's see. I'll just manually add that 5 to Elias. So 8. So 13. All right.
So that's 2 attacks for one of them.
Yeah. It missed one attack, and then it got you with another one.
So that you gave me 2 separate attacks that hit on this turn then. Because I only had 3 wound points at the beginning of this.
I'm fairly certain I did everything correctly.
Well, you gave me the 5 wound points before I paused you when we did the Spirit Guardian thing. And then I had 8.
Yeah, that was for Gargoyle 1, and then Gargoyle 2 took a couple of swipes at you. Only one connected.
Oh, okay, we're on a different one now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gargoyle 2 just made his attacks. And now number 4 is going to attack Alexandra.
Okay.
He's got to be the most honest player I've ever met. He's actually telling Mike that he doesn't have as many points. As
No, he was
possibly
saying they
should.
got hit at extra time, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I am honest though. You're right.
2 misses from the Gargoyle on Alex. So
I'm
Alex
going
is
to
only...
expend one of my superiority dice and use my riposte for that.
Okay.
That one, when a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction and expend 1 superiority die to make a melee weapon attack against the creature. If you hit, add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
All right. It missed you twice,
So-
so if you wanted to spend 2 dice, you can do this twice.
And I might not need 2 dice to finish it off. And if I finish it off, then I can move on to a next one with my next turn.
Unless
So
it's
I'm gonna do
reaction
1
based.
for now.
I don't know if... Does it say you can use your reaction? Because you only get
Yeah,
one reaction.
it is reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can only do it once then. All right.
Okay.
Of course it's a hit.
Okay, so I have to do my regular damage and then add my superiority dice, which is a d8 to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, 10 plus. So 12.
How is it still alive?
Let's see. Where's it at? Number 4?
Oh, that didn't drag the.
Oh, actually, it's exactly enough. So go ahead and say how you want to finish this off.
She's going to swing the whip in a high arc over her head, and as it cracks against the stone bursts and scatters onto the marble floor.
Awesome. I love it. All right. Now the one that Jeeves moved away from is going to attack Mr. Jeeves. First, it's going to try to bite him. It's a miss. The claws is a natural 20.
Oh,
So critical damage coming in.
Bring it.
14 points of damage. It maxed out.
That's okay.
All right, so you find a claw just coming in at the perfect angle to get you in a very sensitive spot. So you're bleeding profusely now.
That's alright. I wasn't planning kids anyway.
Maybe not that sensitive spot.
oh my god.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's my fault for saying it that way. That's what I get. All right. Gargoyle
you know
number
how
6.
we are, Mike. You think you'd know better by now.
An automatic failure as it flies in to find Mr. Jeeves in a vulnerable state and instead fumbles and falls to the ground.
Haha, prone.
Yeah, it's going to be prone. All right. Gargoyle number 7 is going to attack Jack. First, a bite, which is a hit. And a claw, which is a miss. The one to his north to do the same. A miss and an automatic failure again. All right, I'm going to say that that one's also prone. All right, Elias.
Your steadfast bravery is commendable, Jack.
So it seems like I'm supposed to have 2 AC1 bonuses, but I only have 1 now. What that's all about.
Well, we can figure it out. What were the bonuses for?
Fighting style and the shield, I believe.
Let's see, you got 31 wound points. Let's just take you out of the combat. Your initiative is 1, so that's easy to remember. 1 and 13. Let's just add you back in there and see if it does it.
Nope.
Maybe my shield isn't equipped or something. Let me. No, it's on.
It's for which abilities?
Fighting style defense gives me an extra 1. It seemed like I had 2 extra little dots when me and Alexandra, April, we were counting little dot bonuses last time.
Yeah, I remember that last time.
She had 3, I think, and I had 2, but maybe I've only got 1.
Well, for fighting style defense, and then what else?
The shield.
You cutting out. I'm sorry. Say it again. The shield what?
The shield itself apparently gives me 2 extra AC points.
Oh, yeah, but that's not as an effect, though.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe it is just the fighting style thing.
Yeah, because it's 10 base plus 6 armor plus 2 shield. And
Maybe
then,
the second dot last time was because you had the temporary hit points active.
no,
No, you don't anymore.
no, it's probably just a mistake in his favor. No big deal.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna try to hit gargoyle number 8 with the spear.
Okay.
Let's see. Hopefully you finish it off.
That's a hit.
Why is it green?
And you rolled the wrong
Gave you advantage.
stuff, I guess.
Green means advantage.
What? It does say advantage. You dropped a natural 1. Why do you have advantage?
I don't know.
Oh,
Can we do
because it was prone. It was prone.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
think you get advantage if it's within 5 feet.
Yeah, it was prone. Gotcha. Okay.
All right. You turned that
Damage.
fumble into a hit. All right, damage of 8. Onto gargoyle 8. I don't know why that's funny, but it doesn't kill it.
Damn.
Anything else?
Nope. I'm gonna stand my ground and pass to the next.
Jack, it's your turn.
Which ones are prone?
The one directly to the north of you?
And the one
That's-
directly to the south.
Yeah.
The one to the north is almost nearly dead, for sure.
I can
Mm.
take care of the one to the south easy.
You have to beat me to it.
That's a miss.
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
Looks like
Why do I have disadvantage?
disadvantage. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped
That's
to
a good
13.
question.
That would have been 19.
Did you press the disadvantage button by chance?
No. It's prone, and it's within 5 feet, right?
Do you get an advantage against range attacks when you are prone?
Maybe.
Let me glance really quick.
That would kind of make sense.
Prone's creature's only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Well, it's definitely a problem with the prone that's the effect that I put on it, but we'll consider that instead of a 4. It said it dropped
It dropped to 13, so it would be a 19.
plus 6. Yeah, 19, that's a hit. All right, 7 points of damage to number 8. It is not dead yet.
Wow.
Okay,
Motherfucker. I'm
That's
done.
Definitely not a hit.
okay. Did you have advantage against it? Did it drop something?
It said advantage and disadvantage both.
Yeah, said both.
What the hell, Jack? Roll again because you should have advantage against it.
Oh my god.
It just wasn't meant to happen, buddy. I'm sorry.
Nope, clearly not.
Double ones.
All right. Jack fizzles his spell and frustratingly ends his turn. Mr. Jeeves.
Okay.
Be brave, Jack.
That's a hit.
Alright.
I swear that's never happened to me before.
Maybe the spirits are deflecting the Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Your Fingler has let you down tonight, my friend.
That's not terrible.
What about ones and twos?
Okay.
6.
It's still alive.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
All right.
Brace for impact.
Brace for impact.
Alexandra, it's your turn.
Okay, she's going to move in and try to take out number 6 that's attacking Jeeves and possibly could attack Jack.
You'll have to move through the space of Gargoyle 2 in a way that it would get an attack of opportunity.
But she can occupy my space, can't she, and then step back?
No, because I still have to move past Gargoyle 2, and it would incur an attack of opportunity.
Not if you're in my space.
True, because that's still within 5 feet of its threatening range.
Yeah, but then you'd be leaving the threatening range of 6 and 5 if you went back.
Why would I be going back, though?
Because you stepped into his space and then out of it.
Yeah, step. Could she stay? She can't stay in my space,
Yeah,
can
I'm
she?
just gonna... If he can disengage and move, can he?
No, he just took his turn. He can't.
Okay, never mind. I will just lay everything on Gargoyle number 2 then.
You
Jeeves.
can hug.
Okay. I tried.
It's all good. I'm fine.
Damn.
Oh.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I can try again.
That's a hit. Heavy damage, too. All right. The sharded whip.
Before I end my turn. I'll save my action surge. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Can I disengage and move though, or would that cost me my action surge?
You can't disengage because you've already taken an action. The reason that Mr. Jeeves can do so is because of his profession.
All right.
Yeah, I have bonus action.
Never mind that.
All right. With that said, I have to make some wisdom saves of DC 16.
I'm not sure that actually affects them every turn. It might just be the first one.
Oh my God! Shut up.
No, it's gonna be. It's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think every time they start their turn inside the area, it's going to affect them.
The 10 minutes is for their movement being halved. Let me read it. I'll read it out loud again. Okay.
When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's
or
starting
Pretty
to
cut
say-
and dry.
It does say first time.
But it does also say,
Starts its turn.
or if it starts its turn.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
just determined not to hurt these things, aren't you?
It seems really powerful.
Garglover.
It is. Let it be.
They're not Goliath. They won't whisk you away into the night.
I love that. I love gargoyles.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting away with something that shouldn't happen, but
You're
it
not.
sounds like totally right.
No,
All
and
right.
believe me, I do the same thing. But no, this time it's pretty cut and dried for us.
All right. Two of them made their save. That was the number 6 and 7 made their saves. All right. So just go ahead and roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Just do them all.
3 dice 6 times. Ooh. Nice rolls.
Yeah, very nice. All right. Starting with gargoyle number 1. And then number 2. Number 5 had full damage. And then 6 and 7 are halved. So half of that. 7.
8 might be dead.
That's 6. And then 7. That's halved. So it's 8. And then gargoyle number 8 had 18 points of damage, and it's already pretty wounded. Elias, that actually takes that one out. So you can say that that's definitely claimed one now. Gargoyle number 8. How do you want to do it?
So, the guiding bolts and just cascade across the room into
Man, I'm lagging out so bad right
explodes.
now. I'm sorry. I didn't get any of that, but just give my Discord a minute to catch up, I guess. God dang, man.
It was beautiful.
A rainbow.
Absolutely dazzling, Elias.
Oh,
You
man.
have the spirits to thank for that. I'll have to explain
Frustrating.
that.
It's so frustrating. My Discord was just lagging the whole time. So I didn't get any of that. Alright. I'm over it. Damn. Okay, now the
Were you
gargoyles
really?
get to go. No, I'm like red in the face. It's
I-
got me pretty frustrated. And it's still lagging right now. Whew.
Oh no.
All right. Okay, I think we're good. Now the gargoyles, the ones that survived anyway, are going to get to go. The first one will attack Elias. It's going to claw at him. Come on.
Why was I spawned?
My stuff's lagging out too bad, I guess. Now it doesn't even want to attack Elias. Oh, I know why it won't. It's because
Oh.
it's...
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't really there. Okay. Let's try that again. Whew. Alright. It attempts to bite and misses. Goes for a claw. The claw hits. 7 points of damage. Alright. Number 2. Number 2 is going to attack Elias as well. That's a hit. But it rolls minimum damage. For its claws, it hits. Oh, it's a... It totaled 20, not a natural 20. There for a second there, I thought I had another critical. Alright, 6 points of damage as it slashes you with its claws.
Starting to look pretty hurt.
Alright,
Be careful.
Mr. Jeeves,
Mm-hmm.
you have gargoyle fangs coming at you, but they miss. A slash with the claw, and it connects. For minimum damage, though. The other one is going to stand up.
Okay, I was gonna say he's on the floor.
Remind him what's the matter with you guys.
Nah, he noticed.
Alright, and then it's going to try to bite and claw at you.
Roll a one, roll a one.
It bites into you, 5 points of damage, and then slashes at you with its claws. It hits and connects for 6 points of damage. Mr. Jeeves, how are you feeling? Not too great, but you could be
Feeling
worse.
Good.
You could be worse. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jack just has 1 on him. It's going to bite at him and miss, and then slash with its claws and critically miss. Jack, you get an attack of opportunity against the gargoyle to the right.
I can't Eldritch Blast it, right, as an attack of opportunity.
No, it'll have to be a melee weapon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Making sure.
How long does it take to cast your Shadow Blade?
It's a reaction.
I would say that
Probably.
if it's just a reaction, it tried to attack you.
That's also a second level spell, which I don't have enough of.
Oh, okay. Well, at least kick it. Just roll it.
I've got weapons.
Yeah, but you didn't have them prepared. You didn't have them equipped already.
That is a fantastic point.
Kick it in the face.
Headbutt.
It's a hit.
What's an unarmed attack?
Just a D4. All right, 2 points of damage as you kick it.
3 points. I have a strength +1.
Oh, okay. Okay, for
Yes.
Gargoyle number 7.
He dances back and kicks it. Literally dances.
All right, Elias, it's your turn.
All right. So it looks like I gave myself an extra effect there by accident. You can take one of those off for AC. So which one of the gargoyles looks the worst off? And there's 3 of them heavy damage. But which one looks the worst?
The number 2 by far looks like he's the most injured.
That's the one I took a chunk out of.
All right, so I'm gonna attack that one with the spear.
Yeah, it's also
Yes,
taken a
please.
lot of damage from your spell.
Yeah,
If you can take that one out, then I can move and help Jeeves with the other one.
I will do my best.
You rolled 2 attacks? What happened?
I don't know how that happened. It should be just the first one.
Yeah, it looks like you didn't drop it on the gargoyle, but we'll take the first one.
Okay. Which is a hit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, so a total of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Damn it.
Yep, melee is not my specialty, really. And I can't really move anywhere, so that's it for me.
Okay, Jack.
Which one did Elias just hit?
The one that's on the other side of him. Like, the farthest one away from you.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can hit that one with a... Well, you
I was
can...
gonna ask, can I get a proper bead?
Yeah. He's just a little harder to hit. Oh, it's a miss.
Also missed.
Yeah.
oh man.
I swear to God. Hang on.
Alex is
Quicken.
getting all the good rolls, and Jack's getting all the bad ones.
That's a hit. All right, that's enough to do it.
Fulminos Benite!
And zap. Into ash it goes. All right, and the last one's an automatic miss. You're burning out those terrible rolls tonight, man.
That would have been fantastic damage. Oh, well.
Oh well. Mr. Jeeves.
Alrighty. Let's go for number 5. No, number 6. Because that's within range of sneak attack.
Okay.
6 is worse off anyway.
Oh, so close.
So close. Good hit though.
Come on, come on, come on.
Holy
Ooh,
crap.
that's better.
It's,
Excellent.
that-
29 points of damage.
Get some.
Number 6 looks extremely wounded as you stab your rapier right into its neck.
Into its delicate parts.
Yeah, its delicate neck parts. Anything else?
It didn't kill it, huh?
No.
Oh my
Close.
God.
Very close. Well, not very close, but it's... Yeah.
Well, hopefully
it's close.
Elias's radiant damage can do something.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna
sure it will.
add. I'm gonna disengage and step back.
All right. Very well. Alex.
Have at it.
Gladly.
Damaging number 1 and 5 is probably...
the best idea.
Just let you know, I'll weaken them for you.
Yeah, but Elias's spell's gonna soak through all of these fools, so as long as you can get them down far enough for that to finish them off.
Well,
Right.
he's just stuck in my way, so I can't get to gargoyle number 1. I might as well finish off one of the weaker ones, so it's one less thing attacking us.
Yeah, you can move
Well,
there.
there's gonna be there'll be a few less attacks in again.
Let's say I move this way then.
Okay.
Alright, I will move up then. And let's see about you.
That's a hit.
Plus 10 helps a lot there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, heavy damage to it.
And second attack.
That's a hit. Nice. 15 points of damage to it. Yeah, that slashing damage is really tearing into him.
All right.
That'll do it for me.
All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first one made its save. Go ahead and roll all your damage 4 times.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. First one gets halved. But that's enough. Gargoyle number 1 is met its demise.
Damn.
Let's see if the others do. Number 2, or actually it's number 5, but it's the second
5.
one, is injured greatly. Let's see. Number 6. Number 6 also bites the dust. And then finally, number 7 also bites the dust. Jeez, that was 3 in 1 round. That's a good enough. This ought to be a good description. Go for it. I'll hear it this time, I think.
All right. So gargoyles 1, 6, and 7, all at the same time, are engulfed in vortexes of miniature sacred flames as the fairies dance around them and just spray them nonstop, constantly. They in a feverish pitch, just circling them and burning them, as they seem to be enjoying themselves, as angelic and beautiful as they are, taking out these monstrous fiends. And as they do, you can almost hear a song-like chime, a hum as they do so, enjoying their work and singing praises to their gods.
Awesome.
The monsters
Achievement
monsters
unlocked.
have been. What's that?
I said achievement unlocked. You got a triple kill.
Yeah, and as he does so, pile up on what's left.
It did lag out there at the end. I didn't hear the last bit, but
Piles of sparkling ashes on the floor.
okay. Now got it. All right, so only gargoyle number 5 is left, and it's going to go for, let's see. I'm going to say ones don't count. Ones are Alex. And I rolled a 1, of course. Alex is too far away. All right, 4. All right, it's going to attack Jack. Going in for a bite. Whoa. What happened? Jack, why are you making an attack?
Sorry, that was my daughter.
Oh, okay. It missed its bite. And missed its claw as well. So Elias, it's up to you again.
All right.
This one looks like it's half, it's got half of its hit points left.
Okay, so it's not really that close to going down. Is
No.
what you're saying. Okay.
Quick question.
Elias?
Are
Yeah.
these intelligent creatures?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I can't tell you that.
Should we maybe possibly check?
Knowledge Arcana?
Well, they're not magical creatures.
No, but there's not knowledge beastie.
Knowledge beastie?
Knowledge beastie.
You could just try to talk to them.
Elias could try. Gargoyle, you have lost. Your friends have been destroyed. Do you understand my voice?
Let me see here. Got a lot of lore on these things. Here's what they look like.
Good.
It's kind of cute.
Broadway, not Goliath.
Yeah, a small one. It doesn't answer you. You can't tell if it understands you or not, but it's either way, you don't get a response.
I see.
You don't have to be destroyed alongside your friends. We could spare you if you decide to help us. Would you agree to these terms? You need only nod.
It doesn't look like it's interested, or could maybe if it even understands you, it doesn't care.
All right, we tried. Finish it off.
All right. I will cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. It succeeded its saving throw.
Let's see. That means it doesn't take any damage then.
Okay. All right, Jack, your turn. Eldritch Blast misses. It misses again. Man, Jack, it's just not good tonight with those dice rolls. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, Alex has got all the good ones.
We tried to reason with you, creature.
All right, I guess that's end Jack's turn. Mr. Jeeves?
Alrighty. I guess reasoning is over, so I'm gonna step forward and rapier away.
All right.
And crap. Well,
It's a hit.
yay! Come on, come on, come on.
Oh,
Oh.
Jack lagged out, actually. Either that or he rage quit. I hope he didn't rage quit.
I still see him in Sword of Phantom.
Yeah.
Oh, he reconnected. It lost him for a minute. 24 points of damage.
Jeez.
Still not dead.
It's still not dead. It's not looking great, though. Anything else?
Okay, what happened?
You missed with 2 Eldritch Blast, and then we skipped because it looked like you disconnected for a second, but you're back.
Both missed.
Yeah, both
Yep.
missed. Sorry, your rolls are terrible tonight, man.
All right, go ahead.
So I hit it for you for 24.
And I'm sure Alex will finish it off.
Yeah, if Mr. Jeeves has nothing else to do.
Mm-mm.
All right, Alex, you're up.
Just gonna slowly wave goodbye to it.
This is your last chance. If you agree to help us, nod.
It just hisses at you.
I tried.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Good
Oh my
lord.
God.
Oh, this is gonna be epic. Go ahead, do it. All right, yeah, that's enough.
Jesus.
And with a thunderous crack of the whip, the stone explodes to all corners of the room, scattering across the marble flooring.
Beautiful.
All right, and that is an excellent place for us to wrap it up for the night.
Yes, yes. I gotta get to bed. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, well.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Damage report.
Bravo, guys.
We got Mr. Jeeves is at half. Alexandra's
Yeah,
barely injured, and Elias not doing too bad.
We could use a little
A
break.
little over half for Elias.
Yeah, I was the one that said we wouldn't win this fight, but I think I think we did pretty well considering the spirits helped us out a lot.
I think you
Yeah,
did the
the
most damage.
spirits did by far the most effect. Like I wept.
Oh, we lost him again?
Cut out, yeah.
I don't know. Well, to the south, you still hear the organ music, and that's where we'll pick up next week. So,
Inspiration.
all right.
What about
That's-
inspiration?
Nothing. I'm nominating Elias for it.
Oh,
Nominate.
I don't know, man. I think that spell doesn't need any inspiration. It's inspiration is. Well, you know what? God, I'm gonna give it to him.
He did do it. He did a lot of damage up there.
He was the linchpin. It was far and away.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him because it was a triple kill. That was pretty badass.
Alright,
But
I gotta get to
but you
bed.
know what?
Sorry.
I'm gonna give inspiration to Alexandra too because she rolled so many great fucking rolls tonight. It was amazing.
That's a lot of 19s and 20s for sure.
Yeah.
I know. I couldn't get that lucky again if I tried.
Well, maybe you share some of the inspiration with Jack because he's gonna need it if he's rolling like that
No.
again.
And then am I trying to identify the mace, or
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
are we trying to move on while we still have the benefit of Elias's spirit guardians?
They'll stay here, right? Well, they stay around him.
They stay around me.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The length of ritual casting is also 10 minutes.
Night, Mom.
Good night.
Yeah, I think is that it would protect him for the duration of the identify spell. Kind of.
Well, that is a point, but my main point is, are we going to try and move on next week immediately with that and then identify after, or wait?
Where are you guys going to identify this? Here or elsewhere?
Honestly, yeah, probably here in this room.
Yeah, that's kind of what he's asking, and I think it was probably smart to go ahead and get out of the way.
Okay, well in that case, go ahead and burn that spell slot because you have identified.
It's a ritual.
Oh, do those not expend a slot?
They don't take up spell slots. I'll double check, but
Okay. The Mace of Terror is what you've discovered. And once attuned, it will grant not only the regular 1d6 of bludgeoning damage, but it'll count as a magic weapon. And it has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use it. You can use an action and expend 1 charge to release a wave of terror. Each creature of your choice in a 30-foot radius extending from you must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom save or become frightened for a minute. While it's frightened in this way, the creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can use only the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If it has nowhere it can move, the creature can use the dodge action. At the end of its turn, a creature can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on a success. The magic regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. So that is the Mace of Terror that you've discovered. Who wants it in their inventory? Mr. Jeeves was the one that picked it up. The Mage Hand is what brought it to you.
I did double check, by the way. Ritual does not.
It doesn't burn one? That's cool.
I say give it to Jack. It was his spell that brought it to us.
Jack,
Okay.
are you proficient with mace?
I'm pretty sure it's a simple weapon.
I think it's a martial weapon, but
Nope, simple.
huh. Well, shit. Okay. You have a Mace of Terror, buddy. I'll put it in your inventory right now.
Cool.
Yeah, Jack didn't have a magic weapon, did he?
Not that I recall.
Jack is a magic
He
weapon.
is a magic weapon. That's right.
Jack's Fingler is a magic weapon. Bravo, guys.
Fingler of Terror.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like an Elias weapon anyway, so that's fine.
And Jeeves is not so much beady as he is stabby. So
Yeah. More of a nimble guy.
All right. See you next week.